Today we're just going to do foundation, contour, bronzer, blush, highlight. We're just going to do our base face. Alright, here we go. Always start with your face primer. And this is the Touch Glorious, Younique Touch Glorious Face Primer. And when you do a face primer, you do want to let it sit on your face for about 5 minutes before you get started with your foundation. Alright, and today I'm going to do some concealer underneath my foundation because I have a couple little boo-boos. So we're using the Younique Minerals Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer, and this is in the color Chiffon. So when you do need to cover up little blemishes, use a concealer the same, as close to the same color as your foundation, where when you're doing a highlight, you want your concealer to be 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. And with the Mineral Touch foundation, you really don't need that much. I mean, like, just barely like a rice size amount. Alright, and now for eyebrows, we have the brow pencil in medium and also Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette in the color Brunette, I believe. Yeah, Brunette. And when we do the Brow Obsession palette, I double dip. I do light and dark. Now, for me, you can do your eyebrows however you want. For me, when I use the precision pencil, as you saw, I just do it to define the tip to the point of my eyebrows. And then I go in with the powder to fill in my eyebrows. So, like I was saying, I take the lightest color and the darker color and I just mix them. And then I start in the center, I start in the arch, and then create the brow. And our brow position palette comes with 2 highlighters, which again help define that point that you want, if you want. That's what I want. So it has a cream highlight and a sort of pinky highlight. I prefer the pinky one, but you can use either. And then for the last step on the brows, we take the wax that comes in the palette and you just brush the wax over the brow so your hairs stay in place. I'd imagine you can use the wax over your entire brow, but since I focus the filling in from the arch down, that's the only place I put the wax. Alright, so now we're going to take the color Taffeta. Younique's liquid foundation is mineral based, so you do want to make sure that you shake it up so that you can get all those minerals working back around together. So I just did 9 dots. You can do as many or as little as you want. When I do like 4 dots, I don't think there's enough coverage. Show the colors. So alright, now for a little highlight and contour. As I was saying, when you do your highlight, if you're going to use a concealer as your highlight, you want it to be 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. My foundation right now is Taffeta, so I'm going to use Scarlet. And then for the contour, I do use the Sculpting Trio in the color Light. However, I only use I only use the darkest one. The Sculpting Trio Contour Kit comes with the contour and 2 highlights. I'm just not, personal preference, I'm just not a fan of the 2 highlights that come in the palette. They're not as creamy based as I would prefer. And then when you bounce out your highlight, you take your rose water and your beauty blender, your beauty sponge, whatever. Get it a little bit damp. And then with your highlight, with the wider part, with the lighter part, you bounce directly in. And with the contour, with the dark part, you bounce up. And then we're going to take our Beachfront Bronzer, and this is in the color Hermosa. And Younique's bronzers come with a matte shimmer. You mix them both together. You can do one or the other. And your bronzer, because you're doing that sun-kissed glow, you want it to be about 1 shade darker than your foundation color. And you're basically going to just go over the contoured area just to give it that sun-kissed glow. And now we're going to set our highlight and kind of bake a little bit just to lock everything into place. I'm going to take the Touch Behold setting powder, which is a translucent powder, so there's no color to it. It's not going to change your foundation color. It's just going to lock everything into place. And now for a little blush, today we're going to use Seductive, which is this mauvey pink color, mauvey rose. And with blush, when you do blush, it depends on your face shape. My face shape is rather round, so I don't need to do blush right on my cheeks, because then that's going to just draw attention to that fact. So me, I just a little kiss, just a little touch of blush. So you swirl it, tap it, just a little blush. Swirl it, tap it, just a little. Just a little color. And now for a little highlight. This is Iridescent. Practically white, but as you guys know, I am currently obsessed with highlighting. I think it is just the awesomest trend. But with highlight, you go where the sun kisses. So you go the tops of your cheeks, the tops of your eyebrows, the tip of your nose, your cupid's bow, and your chin. I like highlighting my cupid's bow. Alright, and let's dust off this excess translucent powder. Well, there you go. That is my base. We've got foundation, we've got concealer, we have highlight, we have blush, we have bronzer, we have contour, we have, we did our eyebrows. So yeah, so this is my base face. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for clicking like. I really do, truly, genuinely appreciate it. I love you guys. Have a great night. Mwah. Bye.